Hello, quilt people. All right, seriously, back to the work. I'm sure some people are like, holy crap, like, how can this one guy be so filled of the various emotions and bring it? Like, there's only one person in this video, yet there's just a wide range of emotions. Everything from happiness, sadness, anger, mystery, fear, intrigue, pathos, pathos, noun, a quality that evokes pity or sadness. I don't know. I got nothing. No, but seriously, just to give you a quick update on this project here. So the foreground is now completely done. And you can see the lower piece. Here, Ava, move. Get out of the way. The lower piece here is all paper pieced. Okay, so from about here to here, that was all paper pieced, and then from here up, I wanted to. You know how in when you're looking at depth perception, right? Up front has more detail, right? Mid range has less detail, and then in the distance is even going to have less detail than that. Okay, so I'm kind of breaking it down that way, and this is kind of identifying the ridge line, this dark here, and so then after it falls past the ridge line, then it'll get even less detailed, and it's also, let me show you this, quick close-up. So at this stage, while I'm putting the various pieces visually together, right, I'm also identifying what parts do I want to sew in here versus kind of tackle with the quilting. Okay, so like the various shapes here, I've kind of outlined with just a zigzag stitch, and then, but I know that moving forward, I'm going to identify a center point here and then have the quilting come to the center point of it here so that it reflects say like this diamond down here or this one over here, right? So that it has, rather than being pieced, it's going to just be quilted, but in the same manner to reflect that, so you can see that the detail is kind of falling away as it moves further back into the distance. Okay, so that's what we're doing with that. Today, we're doing a super fun project. Let me show you a little bit about that. A lot of you saw the Penn University School of Law and the quilt that I did for them, which was kind of a memory quilt with all of the graduating classes' faces on it, right? And we wanted to make that as kind of a memory quilt for them. And the university, since they couldn't have a proper graduation, we wanted to do something to memorialize that class and the importance of them. So a lot of people were asking, how did you put the faces into the quilt? All right, so I use this product here by June Taylor. It's a great color fast printing sheets that you use with, now this is important, an inkjet printer. Don't use the other type. Okay, there's two types of printer. One is kind of heat bonded and the other was inkjet. Okay, you want to use an inkjet, which is probably what most people have. Okay, so make sure that you use that with this. There is another product that you can get on that Dharma trading website, and I've used that before, and I did a video tutorial on that like, I don't know, 10 years ago. You go back and you're like, wow, you were really young. Been doing this a while. Anyhow, it's called Bubble Inkjet Set. Okay, and it's a great product because it allows you to print on any fabric. Now, with this, you're really stuck with the fabric that they have already attached the paper to. Because this process here, let me just give you a quick rundown, right? On one side is fabric and on the other side is paper. So you just run it through your printer like a regular piece of paper, but then when you peel it off, you're stuck with this fabric that they have on the front. You can make your own sheets, and that's why I like the other process, is because you just soak the fabric, whatever fabric you want to use, in this bubble inkjet set, and then you dry it with an iron, and then you attach it to a piece of paper yourself, and then run it through your machine. That way you can really adjust not only the color of fabric, but the type of fabric as well, because I'll be honest, this is not awesome. All right, the paper that you get with this is really plasticky. Okay, and it's like, have you ever sewn through paper and it leaves holes? Right? Whereas you sew through fabric, you don't really see the holes where the needle went before the fibers kind of close up around it, right? Not so with this. Okay, this type of fabric that is on here, and I'll show you, will leave holes, so you can't mess up your quilting. Okay, because it will leave holes like you've sewn through paper, and that's not awesome. So just be careful with this. If you're going to go this route, it's a lot easier rather than creating your own fabric sheets, but I don't always love the end result. So I'll show you how to use this and some of my tips and suggestions for that. But yeah, it's I don't know, lots going on. Right? Welcome to America in 2020. Good luck, everyone. But, you know, at the same time, it does bring us around to, you know, certain changes in our culture, which is not always a bad thing, right? Some things are been a little bit long in coming, like, no, seriously, it's 2020. So, along those lines, quilt people, get it together. Like, I was looking at this book the other day by Ellen Burns. Oh no, the pattern's by Ellen Burns. I'm not sure who the cover design is by Jody Houghton. I don't know. Anyways, it was this book. Have you guys seen it? I actually love this book. I use it a lot for referencing quilt shops across the USA. My only problem with it is, look what it says down here. Can you read that? Quilting in the mountains, valleys, deserts, or seas. If quilting with my girlfriends... Wait, I can't read it backwards. Quilting in the mountains, valley, desert, or by the sea. If quilting with my girlfriends, it's the perfect place to be. If quilting with my girlfriends, it's the perfect place to be. Unless you're using this term as, hey, girlfriend, what's up? Like, include people. Seriously. Like, every single guild that I've left, if y'all were wondering why I just ghosted on you, it's because every time at the front of the, you know, guild meeting, they're like, ladies, come to a... Last time I checked, I am not a lady. And I exist, and I'm there. And that's why I left. Just so you know. Enjoy. So, do better. Include people, all people. All right? Okay. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get started with this, all right? All right, so I found a photo on my computer that I want to use to maybe put on a pillow or something, I don't know what. So, I'm going to take a piece of paper and just print, like, test or whatever on the paper just to test it and make sure which is up, okay? And I'll put up on this so that I know when I put it into my printer that I'm going to test to see which side actually is going to be printing on the fabric, because you need to get that right. Okay, so let me just go to, I don't know, an email. I'll just print that. Okay, so the side that is up is the side that's not going to get printed on, okay? So now I know to put my paper in, right, with the fabric side down for my printer. Check it out. Make sure you get that right on your own. Now I've grabbed a photo here that I kind of like of our family, and I'm just going to print that onto the fabric just in my regular printer. Easy, right? Okay. Let's see how that... Okay. There we go. Our family. Yay! I have let this dry after printing it for 10 minutes, okay? And then we just remove the paper, right, from the back. Now we have just the fabric. Take it to an ironing board, and with a really hot iron, okay, cotton, no steam. All right, cotton setting, no steam. Just put that down, and then with a really hot... By the way, I just love this little mini craft iron. Did you see my other one? Stop talking. All right, so I'm just going to set that with the heat, right, and just let that thoroughly dry. Okay. There we go. Now there's one more step that they want you to do after printing it, letting it sit for 10 minutes, ironing it, then do a really light wash with just plain water. Don't scrunch it up, okay? Just let it sink down and kind of just carefully, you know, move it around. and then pull it back out of the water and let it dry and iron it again. Okay, that's hopefully to kind of offset any issues you might have when you go to wash it, because you can put this in the washing machine if you want to, and it should keep the image. But let's try that now. All right, set that down in there and just let it soak up some water. Pull it out. And now just let it dry a little bit. All right. Next step is just to get some paper towel and just press it like this. Do not smear. Okay, we don't want the colors to run. So I'm just going to try and pick up any runoff from the image. It's actually pretty good. All right, and then from there, I'm going to carefully just dry it with the iron, a very hot iron. So I have the back here. I'm just using a little piece of denim, and then I'm just gonna put some adhesive spray on that, put the picture down, and then kind of cut it out so I can show you what it looks like when you quilt it. Okay. All right. So I have it all together, right? The back, the batting, and the middle, just like a regular quilt. And I'm just going to show you on the edge just to make sure that you can see specifically what it does. So I'm just going to really quickly sew a line just down here. Okay. Now, do you see how it punctures holes there? That is slightly different than regular fabric. That's the only thing I need you to be aware of when you use this fabric attached to that paper, okay, for this product. Now, again, this is a super easy way to do it. I definitely recommend doing it this way, but you just need to take into account that your quilting needs to be far more specific, and don't make mistakes, because let me show you what it looks like when you sew it without thread. Just for a greater example. Do you see the holes? Right? So that's with thread, and that's without thread. It's much like sewing through paper. It definitely leaves holes in it. Okay, so you just need to be mindful of that. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of quilting over top of here on the background. I don't suggest necessarily quilting over people's faces, but you know, certainly I can do all the background in here and, you know, make our little kids look cute and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just do that just to show you what it looks like for end result. All right, so it's essentially quilted, and you can see I did just lines running this way, right, horizontally, and you can see how that's working out, right? And it works great, and the image should stay on and not smudge, and you should be able to wash it. But again, just be mindful of this issue right here, which is as you sew it, see, that's no thread, that's just the needle puncturing this material, right, and leaving holes. So long as you're okay with that and you know how to work around that and be mindful of that as you're starting this project, especially on the quilting part, you should be fine. Okay, so again, love the product, but check out the Bubble Jet ink rinse. I forget what it's called. Anyways, it's on Dharma Trading. If you just look it up or go to my old video tutorial on that, you'll see how to use it. But I hope that that was helpful. I like this. This is really fun. Yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. As always, I appreciate your support. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you just hit that subscribe button, really help me out. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.